back to another episode of Music Made Easy. Today, we're going to be discussing the difference between a slur and a tie. Now, I know many of you maybe haven't seen these yet, but it's a very, very interesting concept. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm going to help you tell the difference between the two. So let's get started. So as I said before, these are our slurs and our ties. Now I'm going to tell you what they do in our music. For slurs, okay, it is two or more different notes connected by an arching line. Notes that are slurred should be played smoothly, okay? And now we have ties. Ties are two or more of the same notes connected by an arching line. Notes that are tied will combine the note values to make a longer note duration. So this can be really, really hard to visualize. That's why I've created some visual examples for us to look at on the next page. So take a look at my piece of music right here. Okay, I'm going to use my mouse just so that we can all see. So as we said before, slurs and ties look like arching lines that connect notes together. Okay, so here's an example of an arching line. There's another one. Okay, there's one over here too. Now, we just have to tell the difference. How can we tell the difference between a slur and a tie? Well, if you look at this note right here, it is on our 1, 2, 3, 4th line, which makes it a D. Okay, and it's connected to this note right here, which is on our 1, 2, 3rd line. And all the saxophone players should know that this right here is our B, right? So it's a D connected to a B. So this won't be a tie. It's going to be a slur, okay? Our next example, and I'll show you, this is where it will become clear. We have our arching lines once again. But this time, instead of two different notes, there are two of the same notes. As you can see, we have a B right here that's connected to a B, right? So these are ties, right? A G right here that's connected to another G. So that is a tie. I hope that makes sense. And I hope you're ready for a little activity. We're going to do somewhat of a search. Okay? I've written out a few musical examples for us to see. It may look complicated, but all we have to do is focus on the arching lines like we said before. Okay? So let's take the green box to start. Does everybody see that? There's our arching line. Now we have to figure out if it's a slur or a tie. Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the notes. And we have, a C, right? It's on our middle space, connected to, oh look, another C. Therefore, this one is not a slur, it's a tie. Let's take a look at the blue square. So there's our arching line once again. So we know it's going to be either a slur or a tie, but which one is it? We have a G connected to a C and a B, and then another G. So this one has 4 notes, but they're all different from each other, right? Therefore, this is a slur. So what I'd like for you to do at this point, okay, is you can either pause the video right here so you can have this image. And what I'd like for you to do is go through each example of an arching line. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I want you to figure out, you could see, is it either a slur or is it a tie? Is it a slur or a tie? If you have to, you can pause your video and rewind it and go back to our definitions and our examples if you need some help. But right now, I'm just going to give you a few moments. You can pause the video here if you want to fill it out, write it down on a piece of paper, and then we'll go through the answers in just a little bit. Okay, so I hope you filled out your answers. We're going to go through them, okay? This first one, it's an A, G, E, and back to a B. Okay, all different notes, therefore this one is a slur. This one might be a tricky one, our next one. It is a D attached to a C. Therefore this one is also a slur. Number 3, a G that's attached to another G. This one is a tie. Number 4, this one, an A attached to an A. This one is also a tie. How about number 5, B, G, B, D? Is that all the same note? I don't think so. Therefore, it's a slur. And our last one, it's a G attached to a G. It is a tie. So, I hope this makes sense. It could be a little confusing, but once you practice it and understand how it works, it will make your life much, much easier. And as a matter of fact, I'll go into further detail on how to add the ties up so you can see how long you're supposed to hold notes for. But for now, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you have any other questions or concerns or anything like that, you can go to our webpage, etmla.org/online virtual resources. Okay, a copy of this is in the description of this video, so you can just copy and paste this, put it in your web browser, and it'll bring you to a bunch of different lessons that you can look through. So I'll see you all next time.